In 1914, Dr. J. W. Fisher published National Standards for Blood Pressure, an act that may seem routine now, but it marked a huge turning point in American medicine. For the first time, a vital sign was officially tied to national benchmarks. It wasn't just about diagnosing illness, it was about quantifying life itself. This shift from scientific and spiritual within a religious framework, measuring blood pressure was viewed as a way to monitor one's moral and physical fitness, proof of stewardship over the body. Statistical medicine began to dominate. Charts, averages, and ranges became tools of both clinical authority and moral guidance. And clinical engineers today continue that legacy. We ensure those blood pressure monitors are accurate, calibrated, and safe because, at its heart, measurement still means protection. By 1914, the world was shifting rapidly. With the outbreak of World War I, governments and militaries urgently needed ways to assess and manage the health of large populations, especially recruits. At the same time, the insurance industry was expanding. To manage risk and costs, both public and private institutions began demanding standardized health indicators. This is when measurable signs like blood pressure, weight, and heart rate gained importance, not just in clinics, but in bureaucratic systems. What we see here is the fusion of medicine, statistics, and systems thinking, a prelude to the rise of clinical engineering. Medicine was no longer just individual care, it became scalable, trackable, and industrially efficient. In 1914, Dr. J. W. Fisher published blood pressure norms using large scale insurance data, a groundbreaking step that marked a turning point in medical diagnostics. Until then, most medical assessments were subjective. Fisher's work offered quantitative benchmarks, specifically for cardiovascular health, that could be used to flag risk and promote early intervention. This wasn't just a clinical tool, it was a new way of thinking. Health became something that could be measured, predicted, and compared across populations. This slide highlights how statistical medicine emerged, a movement that deeply influenced the influential rise of clinical engineering, where technology and standards help evaluate and protect patient well being systematically. As measurement became central to healthcare, it also took on moral and even spiritual significance. To quantify life through blood pressure, through weight, temperature, and other metrics was increasingly framed as sacred duty. It was a way to protect life, to prevent suffering, and to honor the body as a gift. Civic and religious leaders, especially in Protestant communities, promoted routine health checks not just for physical benefit, but for moral stewardship as part of being a responsible citizen and a faithful take care of oneself. This belief helped normalize clinical measurement as both ethical and essential, laying groundwork for today's systems based care and tech oversight. The publication of blood pressure norms in 1914 marked the turning point. Measurement became medicine. Today, clinical engineers uphold that legacy. They manage and calibrate vital signs monitors, ensure devices meet regulatory standards, and help shape modern protocols for safety and reliability. What started as manual measurement with a sphygmomanometer has evolved into networked patient monitoring systems. But the principles, accuracy, consistency, and stewardship remain the same. In a very real sense, the work clinical engineers do today is a technological extension of that early commitment to measure preventive care. By 1914, health metrics had become formalized, not just for diagnosis, but for assessing risk, readiness, and moral responsibility. Fisher's work with blood pressure standards helped set a precedent. Statistics could guide care, and numbers could be used in service of life. Today, clinical engineers continue this legacy, balancing precision with purpose. We ensure that measurements are meaningful, that devices are calibrated, and that technology upholds the trust placed in our systems. This era reminds us measurement isn't just technical, it's also ethical.